Hello viewers, hope you are doing great. This video is in continuation with my previous video in which I had taken some important journal entries for different cases. In this video, I will continue with some more important journal entries and the contents are as follows, starting with cash discount, after that loss of goods, and then bank charges, personal expenses of proprietor, sales of assets or properties, and at last, wages paid on machinery installation. So let's start. Our first case is cash discount. What is cash discount? Cash discount is a concession allowed by seller to buyer to encourage him or her to make cash payment early. Unlike trade discount, cash discount is always recorded in the books of account and it is a nominal account, and the rule for the nominal account will be applied as per the situation whether it is allowed or received. If a person who allows cash discount, it is an expense for that person and he will always debit in his books of account and record it as discount allowed account. And if a person who receives cash discount, it is always an income for that person and he will always credit in the books of account and record it as discount received account. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Suppose Mr. X owes rupees 5,000 to Mr. Y. He pays rupees 4,950 in full settlement against the amount due. Here actually Mr. X should give rupees 5,000 to Mr. Y, but he is actually paying rupees 4,950 in full settlement. So the amount of cash discount is rupees 50 and it is an income for Mr. X and it is an expense for Mr. Y. So I will show you the journal entry in the books of both, that is Mr. X and Mr. Y. So first I will show you the journal entry in the books of Mr. X. Following journal entry will be recorded in the books of account. Mr. Y account debit to cash account to discount received account. Here Mr. Y account is a personal account, so the rule for the personal account will be applied on Mr. Y. So Mr. Y's account will be debited, and then cash account is a real account, so the rule for the real account will be applied. So cash account will be credited, and after that discount received account is a nominal account, so the rule for the nominal account will be applied because discount received. Here cash discount is an income for Mr. X, so discount received account will be credited. Mr. Y's account will be debited with rupees 5,000 because Mr. Y should get rupees 5,000, but he is actually getting rupees 4,950, so cash is going out with rupees 4,950, so the cash will be credited with rupees 4,950 and cash discount is of rupees 50, so the discount received account will be credited with rupees 50. And at last we have to put the narration being cash paid and discount received. So let's see the journal entry in the books of Mr. Y. Here cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Mr. X account. Here cash account will be debited with rupees 4,950 because Mr. Y is receiving cash of rupees 4,950. Mr. Y is actually allowing a discount of rupees 50 and it is an expense for Mr. Y. So the rule for the nominal account will be applied on discount allowed account. So discount allowed account will be debited with rupees 50 and Mr. X is a giver. So Mr. X account will be credited as per the rule of personal account. And at the end we have to put the narration, that is being cash received and discount allowed. Next case is loss of goods by fire, accident or theft. A business may suffer loss of goods on account of fire, theft or accident. It reduces the goods at cost price and increases the loss or expense for the business, so it is a nominal account and the entry for this will be recorded as follows. Loss by fire, theft, accident account debit to purchases account. Here purchases account is credited because the goods are destroyed, and the rule for the real account will be applied on purchase account, and the loss by fire, theft, accident account is debited because it is a nominal account, so the rule for the nominal account will be applied on this account. After that, we have to put the narration, that is being goods lost by fire, theft or accident. Our next case is bank charges. Bank provide different kind of services to their customer, and for this bank applies some charges which is an expense for the business. So the journal entry for this transaction is bank charges account debit to bank account. Bank charges is an expense, so this account will be debited, and bank is applying the charges, so bank account will be credited. And after that, we have to put the narration, that is being bank deducts charges for various services. Our next case is personal expenses of proprietor. When private expenses are paid out of cash or bank account of business, it should always be debited to drawing account of the proprietor. Here we are using drawing account because actually proprietor is withdrawing cash for his or her personal use, and these expenses can be of any type. For example, life insurance premium, income tax, or tuition fees of owner's child or owner's telephone bill, etc. In this case, the journal entry to record this transaction is drawing account debit to cash or bank account, and after that we have to put the narration, that is being personal expenses of proprietor paid. Now let's move on to our next case, sales of assets or property. When an asset of a business is sold, there may occur profit or loss on its business. Here, it should be noted carefully that sales account is never credited on sale of an asset because we use the word sales account or purchase account if any goods are sold or purchased. If any assets are sold or purchased, then in that case, we never use the word sales account or purchase account. Assets can be of any type, that is plant, machinery, land, building, etc. I will show you an entry for both the cases if there is a profit or loss. First, I will show you the entry if there is a profit. In this case, cash or bank account will be debited. Then we have to credit assets account. It can be machinery, plant, furniture, or any kind of assets, to profit on sales of asset account. Here, profit will be credited as per the rule of nominal account, and assets will be credited because particular asset is going out. So the rule for the real account will be applied here, and cash or bank account will be debited because cash is coming in. So the rule for the real account will be applied here. And after that, we have to put the narration, that is being assets sold on profit. Let's have a look on a journal entry if business suffer loss on sale of its assets. In case there is a loss on sale of an asset, the following journal entry will be recorded, that is cash or bank account debit, loss on sale of assets account debit to assets or properties account. Here again cash is coming in, so the rule for the real account will be applied on cash account, and loss on sale of asset is a nominal account because here the business suffer loss on sale of an asset, so the loss account will be debited, and after that assets account will be credited because that particular asset is going out, so the rule for the real account will be applied here, and assets account will be credited. After that, we have to put the narration, that is being asset sold on loss. And our last journal entry for today is paid wages or installation charges for assembling machinery. Business pays wages or installation charges for installing machinery into the business. These wages or installation charges are expense for the business. Here should be noted that for such expenses, no separate account should be opened because these expenses are of capital in nature, so it will be merged or debited to cost of assets, let's say cost of machinery account. For this, following journal entry will be recorded. Machinery account debit to cash or bank account. Here we have to show the expense in the form of wages or installation charges in the machinery account. and cash is going out, so the rule for the real account will be applied to the cash account. After that, we have to put the narration, that is being installation charges paid on assembling machinery. So those were the couple of important journal entries we discussed today. However, there are more cases I will be covering during practical session. So if you consider this video useful, then please do subscribe my channel and hit the bell button so that you will be notified whenever I upload my new video. Also, needless to say, you can always put your valuable comment in a comment section below and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Do stay tuned for my next video. Until then, goodbye, take care, thanks for watching.